Number 1. In March 2025, a camping YouTuber set off on one of his usual stealth camping trips. This time, he picked a secluded forest area near Austria, England. His plan was to follow a known hiking trail, then sneak off into the woods and set up camp somewhere hidden from sight. Everything started smoothly. Daniel found a great spot tucked away among thick trees, just far enough from the trail to stay unnoticed. After setting up his camp, he made himself a hot meal and took a moment to enjoy the quiet beauty of the forest. As the sun set and the trail grew silent, he felt completely at peace. With no one else around, the woods seemed like the perfect escape. Once night fully settled in, he climbed into his sleeping bag, thinking this might be one of his most relaxing trips yet. But that calm didn't last. Not long after drifting off, he was suddenly woken by a loud snap.
Spotted. Right, I'm trying to keep calm and keeping calm. I'm almost too scared to breathe here. I think a dog or something just came in.
Branches breaking very close to where he was sleeping. Then a flashlight beam cut through the darkness and landed directly on his hidden camp. His heart raced as fear set in. Frozen for a few seconds, he didn't know whether to stay still or make himself known.
Oh, that's right. They're looking straight at me. I am trying not to panic. Hello?
Scanning the area, then slowly moved away. When it was finally gone, Daniel unzipped his tent and peeked out, hoping to understand what had just happened. What he saw was even more disturbing. A person walking away slowly into the trees without saying a word, and eventually turning off their flashlight completely. For a moment, Daniel felt relieved that the person hadn't come closer. But that relief quickly turned into fear. The figure had disappeared into the dark, and Daniel had no idea where they went or what they wanted. The peaceful forest from earlier now felt threatening. Every sound, a rustling leaf or a distant crack, fed into his growing anxiety.
I haven't seen a single light now for maybe 5-10 minutes. I don't even know. I've been just trying to keep as calm as possible. But when they walked off and the light went out, I don't even know which direction they were. But somewhere in that direction. I'll forget it. Let's just go.
He was alone, hidden, and with no phone signal. His thoughts ran wild. Several minutes passed without any more signs of the person. But the unease didn't go away. The silence and the way that stranger had just walked off without a word or reaction made everything feel wrong. Daniel didn't wait any longer. He packed up his gear as fast as he could and started moving back through the woods. Every sound seemed louder now, every shadow suspicious. If whoever was out there had bad intentions, getting away might not be so easy. It's possible the whole thing had a harmless explanation. Maybe it was just a night hiker or someone walking their dog, surprised to stumble across a hidden camper in the dark. But the way the person reacted, or didn't react, left Daniel with a chilling feeling. Because the other possibility is far more disturbing, that he had just narrowly escaped something truly dangerous.
Subscribe and help us reach 20,000 subscribers. 90% of you have not subscribed yet, so please do, it's free.
Number 2, meet Josh, the mind behind the YouTube channel Josh the Intern. His videos usually take viewers on exciting trips to forgotten places and historic sites. His passion for exploring the unknown is clear in every upload. But one trip into a remote mountain range turned into something much darker than he expected. In this isolated area, hidden deep within the rugged terrain, lies the wreckage of a massive airplane that crashed in 1986. On December 17, 2024, Josh set out to find it. His plan was to hike through the mountains and locate the crash site using coordinates he had researched. After hours of hiking, Josh climbed the first mountain and pushed farther into the range. It was during this part of the journey that he noticed something unexpected, a large, mysterious structure on a nearby mountain. Until that point, he hadn't seen a single person or sign of life.
In this really remote mountain range, and I'm searching for a massive plane wreckage that's found here. I think it's a really huge plane, like a big Boeing plane. It's somewhere up in this remote mountain, so I'm just taking the steep hike to go check it out. I think it'll be off trail a bit.
Seen anyone or any trace of people during that time, but all that was about to change as I suddenly spotted a large structure on another mountain just in front.
What he stumbled upon turned out to be a historic fort. After a quick look around, he continued his original mission. But from there, things began to take a strange turn.
The trail I was following was stunning and took me past some incredible views, but then I spotted something unusual just off the path. It seemed to be the ruins of an...
As he followed the trail, Josh came across what looked like the ruins of an old building tucked away just off the path. Naturally curious, he decided to take a closer look. That decision would lead to a deeply disturbing find. Inside the crumbling structure, it became clear that someone had been staying there, or still was. Among the broken walls and decaying floor, he found canned food and signs of human activity. The most shocking part, however, was what covered the place. Scattered across the floor and plastered on the walls were dozens, possibly hundreds of photographs.
Really creepy. This is really creepy. There is photos of the same person up on the wall. Like this is a stalker's house or something. Oh, there's so many photos on the floor everywhere. This place is littered with the same photos of the same people. These are all photos of people. All photos of people.
Most of them seemed to be of the same few people, repeated over and over. In such a remote and rundown setting, the site was incredibly unsettling. It felt more like a stalker's hideout than an abandoned shelter. Shaken by the discovery, Josh decided to leave immediately. On his way out, he spotted a second, smaller structure nearby. Inside, he found a makeshift bed, and disturbingly, what appeared to be rope. The atmosphere shifted completely. The silence of the mountains, once peaceful, now felt ominous.
I also found this smaller structure just by it, and inside there was a bed, along with what appeared to be rope.
A strong sense of being watched crept in, and every sound felt amplified by growing tension.
Leaving that house, I feel like I'm being watched. But it all of a sudden feels very quiet and eerie around here.
Even though the experience was disturbing, Josh continued his journey and eventually reached the plane wreck. After returning to civilization, he contacted the authorities and shared the location along with photos of what he found. But despite his efforts, he never received any follow-up or explanation.
I am back in civilization. I have contacted the authorities. This was filmed a few months ago, actually. So I contacted them. I sent them the location and photos of the area. I haven't heard anything back from...
Who was staying in that decaying building? Why were there so many repeated photos of the same people? The strange and frightening discovery remains a mystery. And while Josh was lucky to walk away unharmed, the experience is a chilling reminder that sometimes the most disturbing things in the wilderness aren't ghosts or monsters, but people. Number 3. While hiking along a peaceful trail in Oregon's Columbia Gorge, a man suddenly heard screams for help cutting through the calm. He immediately ran toward the sound and discovered a terrifying scene. A woman was hanging over the edge of a steep cliff, more than 50 feet down, clinging on for her life. Her daughter, who had only one arm, was desperately trying to keep her from falling.
Oh, thank you. Sorry. I got her by the foot. Oh, thank you so much. I can't pull up. No, Mom, it's going to be okay. We're going to get you. We're going to figure out how to get you. Just, we'll find the backpack later. Just leave it.
I'm gonna get better.
We're getting
I think if I
try
can
to use your hands.
get...
Thank you so much. Oh, damn it. No, Mom, we're going to be fine.
You're alright.
I can't move. No, Mom, we're going to be fine. I'm trying to grab out. Tell me what to do.
Hold on, just stay right where you're at. Let's figure out what to do real quick. Her hand somehow.
Can you maybe grab her other hand and I can grab her hand? Mom, it's gonna be okay.
No.
What, Mom?
You're not going anywhere.
We got you, okay?
Here, grab my hand with this hand.
Mom, grab his hand. You got it, okay? Okay.
Can you grab this foot and I'm gonna pull her whole arm?
I grab your foot?
No, her foot. Because I'm gonna grab her this foot that I have. Okay. You gotta hold on both. Try to hold on both feet.
I can't. I only have one arm.
It was a heart-stopping moment. Despite the danger, the daughter held on with everything she had. The man quickly joined in, helping to pull the woman back to safety. With great effort and teamwork, they managed to get her back onto solid ground.
Oh, crap.
I'm pulling you up. I'm sorry, I'm pulling you up.
Mom, let him help.
Let your feet go down. Let your feet go down.
I am.
Give me your other arm.
Thank you.
No, use your feet. Get back up here. You got this.
Okay, let me.
No, I'm not letting you go.
No, I got your other hand. Can you push your feet up? That's what I'm trying.
I'm gonna try to get under your armpit here. Ready?
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a big hoist here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God. Okay.
You all right?
I'm fine, thank you. Okay. Let's go over there to see.
You're good here.
Go. I will figure it out. Where did it go? Thank you.
Are you all right?
It later became clear that the woman had likely slipped while trying to retrieve a dropped backpack. In doing so, she nearly lost her life. But thanks to her daughter's strength and the quick action of the passing hiker, a tragedy was narrowly avoided. The most incredible part? The daughter's determination, managing to hold on to her mother with just one arm.
Because it's not worth it. Like, you fall down here, you die.
Yeah.
I would.
Like,
Yeah, no. I mean, no. So your bag is somewhere, you know, probably 10 feet down that way.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth it. And if I would say, talk to like a forest ranger and tell them what happened and figure out where we are right now, because I don't think it's worth a couple $100 phone.
You have your phone? What other stuff?
You don't need anything else. We're good. Okay. Yeah.
Come on, let's focus here. That was incredibly scary.
That was very scary.
It's a reminder of just how powerful human instinct and adrenaline can be in moments of crisis. Number 4, a seasoned outdoorsman ventured deep into the forest for a solo camping trip, expecting nothing more than peace and quiet. But as night fell, his campsite became the center of a terrifying mystery. Disturbing knocks echoed through the trees, followed by piercing cries that seemed too unnatural to belong to any known animal. The haunting noises continued throughout the night, each one more unsettling than the last. But the real horror came the next morning. As he explored the surrounding area, he came across several piles of animal remains scattered throughout the woods, fresh, disturbing, and unexplained. What could have made those blood-curdling sounds? And more importantly, what was behind the trail of death left deep in the forest? Number 5. Two friends were out riding their electric scooters near a forest road when they suddenly heard disturbing screams coming from a nearby sewage tunnel. Curious and concerned, they quickly stopped and made their way toward the sound. As they got closer, the screams grew louder, echoing off the tunnel walls in a way that sent chills down their spines.
T'as entendu? Ça vient d'en bas ou pas?
Excusez-moi. Monsieur.
Attends, viens, on peut passer ici. Attends, viens, on passe par... Oh! Là, c'est bizarre. On y va ou pas? Je sais pas. Vas-y, go.
After some searching, they managed to find a way inside and ventured in, hoping to find the source of the noise. But once inside, things only got stranger. Despite checking every corner, there was no sign of anyone. The tunnel was completely empty. Yet the screams continued, loud, eerie, and impossible to ignore.
Je sais pas. C'est quoi? Vas-y. Vas-y doucement. Vas-y doucement. Vas-y, continue. Attends. Oh, cours. Oh, je suis mouillé. Oh, putain.
It felt as if the tunnel itself was alive, playing tricks on them. Of course, some might say it was just a prank. Maybe someone had hidden a speaker. But if that wasn't the case, what exactly was making those horrifying sounds? Number 6, Chris, an avid outdoorsman known for sharing peaceful hikes and scenic nature moments on TikTok, posted something that felt completely out of character. During a casual walk in the woods near his home, a place he knew well, Chris started feeling uneasy. At first, he brushed it off, assuming it was just paranoia. But as he walked deeper into the forest, the strange sensation grew stronger, like someone was watching him from the shadows. Then he spotted it. A figure in the distance. It didn't just stand there, it watched him, and then it waved. Chris, clearly unsettled, called out, but the tension only rose. The video ended suddenly, without warning and without explanation. There were no updates, no follow-ups. Since then, Chris has gone completely silent online, leaving viewers to question what exactly he saw and what happened after the camera stopped recording. Number 7. Johnny Paranormal has earned his reputation for stepping into the darkest places most people would never dare to go. And this time, he returns to Japan's infamous Aokigahara forest alone. Unlike his earlier visit, where he came across a fleeing man and a chilling discovery among the trees, this solo expedition isn't about what he finds, it's about what finds him. Armed with a camera and a steady determination, Johnny ventures deep into the forest's heart. There's no set path, only shadows, silence, and the uneasy sense that something is watching.
Electric. This forest. I mean, I think during the day this is a bit of a tourist walk. And we're gonna go as deep as we can go without it being too crazy. Well, I'll take that back. It's gonna be crazy.
From the start, Johnny seems unusually calm. His voice is low, his movements deliberate. There's no mocking or provoking, just caution and tension. As he walks further in, the forest seems to close in on him. Strange sounds begin to surface. Soft whispers, unclear at first, then eerily articulate. In one chilling moment, a phrase cuts through the silence on playback.
There's going to be no taunting, guys. You don't taunt in a place like this, I'm telling you right now. It is 12:45 at night. So, we're at the witching hour. Just turn my stupid phone off because it beeps and carries on and scares the crap out of me.
The deeper he pushes, the stranger things get. Johnny starts to feel dizzy, his chest tight, his breathing labored.
The deeper you go, the worse it gets, man. Just can't even describe this feeling. It's rock and roll, Johnny. Is there anyone here with me? There's those footsteps again. They weren't that far away this time. They were a lot closer this time. There's only about 4 of them. I heard them up where that I could hear that guy's voice talking, and then I just heard him then, but they were like...
At one point, he drops to his knees, whispering prayers into the dark while his camera falls sideways. Though the night should be warm, his breath suddenly becomes visible, hanging in the air like mist, unnatural and alarming. Then out of nowhere, something darts past the edge of his frame. Too fast to be human, too real to be a trick of the light. Johnny whispers, "I saw you," but the figure never reappears. He begins an impromptu EVP session, asking simple questions, but the answers are bone-chilling. A whisper, "Don't leave." Then another, more forceful, "Stay with us." All around him, the forest feels alive.
Is there anything you want to say before I leave? Make a noise. Just communicate. Don't be scared of me. As I'm walking out, crush a branch or something. I hope your soul rests in peace. Off! Are you kidding? Holy f***. Something just pulled my backpack.
And just when he decides to leave, something growls from the darkness. Low, deep, following him. Johnny quickens his pace only to find the path behind him, blocked by a massive tree trunk that hadn't been there earlier. He turns, and something tugs his backpack. The last moments of the video are pure fear. His flashlight flickers, his hand shakes, and his voice is barely above a whisper. He's been exploring haunted places for years, but he admits this one felt different. Like something didn't just want to scare him, it wanted to keep him.
Look at my hand. And I have never been touched or anything in my life ghost hunting before.
Number 9, and this video comes from the UK-based paranormal team Haunted Finders and was uploaded on January 8, 2025. What was meant to be a routine forest investigation quickly became one of their most disturbing nights ever filmed. The team returned to a remote forest they hadn't explored in years, a place shrouded in mystery and known for eerie sounds and strange sightings. But this time, something was off from the start. After traveling deep into the woods far from any towns or people, they began picking up odd messages through their equipment. One phrase repeated more than once, "Beware of the dark." At first, it seemed like a typical ghost hunt, dark surroundings, flickering gear, and faint whispers through the spirit box. But the forest seemed unusually tense.
Leave the app running and stick it in my pocket so I can use my torch because it's absolutely pitch black.
You come close to us and make these lights go off, please. That's how we know that you're here around us.
You can use the device here in my pocket to talk to us.
Beware of the dark.
Beware of the dark.
Thanks for that. We're in the middle of the forest now.
In the
Could have told
dark.
us down there.
Yeah.
We're on the main road.
Why do we need to beware? Is there somebody here that we should beware of?
Voices whispered in the distance, some sounding like children, others like something else entirely. There were also references to a mysterious woman and repeated signals guiding them further into the dense trees. Then the encounter took a sharp turn.
Is there somebody following us? A lot of different people have seen strange things in this forest. Are you one of those things?
One of the team members spotted someone, barely visible, crouched just outside their flashlight's reach.
Hello? Hello? I just saw you. We're just here for a walk. We're not going to do anything, just shout back so we know you're there. That was a person. Hey?
I wasn't looking that way.
Oh, there's a car coming down the thingy top. What's he doing down here? There's been no cars coming down here the whole time we've been here.
The figure didn't move until it realized it had been seen. Then it took off, vanishing into the dark. Moments later, a scream rang out through the forest, high-pitched, unmistakably female. Before they could react, another figure emerged.
That was a scream. Holy shit, David. Did you hear the woman scream?
Yeah.
David, he's walking up. He's walking up the road. He's going to the road. Get in the car. Oh shit. Open the door. Get in the car. Get in the car. A woman's just pissed and screamed and he's just creeping down the road, Law. Look at him, he's there. Look, he's there on the road. Oh.
Right, get in, film him.
David, pull off. Start the car.
A man holding a torch, walking silently toward their vehicle. He didn't respond to their calls, didn't say a word. His approach was slow, deliberate, and completely unnerving. The team quickly jumped into the car, locking the doors as he passed by and disappeared into a side path without looking back. There were no parked cars nearby, no signs of hikers or campers, nothing to explain why anyone would be lurking out there alone. The realization hit hard. Whoever he was, he had likely been listening to them for a while, hiding in the shadows. The team left immediately, deeply shaken. They've captured plenty of strange and paranormal moments over the years, but this was different. The danger they faced wasn't from a ghost, it was from something very real and very human, hiding in the dark. Number 10. This chilling footage was captured by Franco, the well-known YouTuber behind Franco TV. For almost 7 years, he's been exploring the world's most haunted and unsettling places, abandoned buildings, haunted cemeteries, eerie forests, but nothing could prepare him for what he faced on this trip. On January 29, 2025, Franco ventured deep into the Argentinian wilderness to camp in an area surrounded by disturbing legends. Locals believe the region is home to skinwalkers, mysterious shapeshifters said to take the form of animals, often warded off only by sacrificing pets or livestock. Franco began his journey on a calm, sunny day, but as night fell, the forest quickly turned unsettling. He reached the edge of the woods and stepped inside with only a flashlight and a blade for protection. The deeper he went, the more he sensed something was wrong.
On a creepy road, and the area that I'm supposed to be going to is right over here. See that trees all the way down there? That's the forest, in which is the most haunted area throughout this whole little Skinwalker Valley. So I've made it out towards the forest line area, right over here, and I did find something interesting. It was a pathway inside to the forest area. Oh my god. Oh, this is creepy. I hope I'm able to find my way out.
Strange noises echoed around him, and in the distance, two glowing eyes stared at him from the darkness. The deeper he moved into the forest, the louder the disturbances grew. Branches cracked, leaves rustled, and strange shapes moved in the shadows.
I keep hearing stuff moving the further in the forest I go in. Could be coyotes, it could be animals. I don't know. But I keep hearing something in this direction. What the hell is that? I got something in the distance back there. There's something back there. What the f*** is that? I'm gonna get a little bit closer to it. There it is again. I'm gonna dim down my IR. Bring it up just a bit.
Eventually, Franco stumbled upon an old abandoned building hidden in the woods. Though already on edge, he cautiously went inside to investigate, but being in the building didn't help.
This is absolutely horrifying. This is so stupid. I really don't want to be here right now. I just don't like the forest because anything could be hiding in here. And I'm worried more about animals than anything. I don't mess around when it comes to people. I'm gonna check the sides in case somebody's hiding on the side. What the hell is that? What the fuck was that? Fuck that shit. Oh, I don't know where the fuck it's coming from. I hear something faint in the distance. I don't know if you guys could hear it. I did hear what just sounded like screaming coming from the outside.
Strange sounds grew louder, including what sounded like faint screaming from the forest. Then, the glowing eyes returned.
I just heard a man. What the fuck was that? Listen. Fucking shit. What the fuck was that? The hell is this? I have my knife out because if it is an animal that comes running out, I'd rather kill it than it bite me and I get rabies. Holy shit. I low-key feel a hell of a lot safer in here than outside. Oh. I 100% just saw a pair of eyes again. Right over there in front of me. What the fuck am I hearing?
This time even closer, accompanied by slow, heavy footsteps. Franco didn't wait. He ran from the building and back through the woods, pushing himself to escape whatever was following him. After catching his breath, he still wasn't ready to call it a night.
I'm paranoid to turn my back towards the forest because I heard what sounded like heavy footsteps. I did see what looked like eyes staring at me from further deep inside coming towards the house, and then they were just gone. See, I'm literally just hearing what sounds like movement. What was that? I'm gonna switch to my other camera, my Psionics. Listen. I don't know what that is. Listen. It sounds like it's coming from here. Oh shit. Something moved in the bushes. What the fuck is it? Oh shit.
Franco relocated to another spot, deeper in the forest, hoping it would be quieter. But it wasn't long before new activity started up again. Faint voices echoed through the trees. Too close, too clear, yet no one was there.
And I just heard something right over here. I could still hear what sounds like talking. Coming from the forest. It sounds like there was people on the inside. What the is that?
These weren't regular campers. Franco sat in silence, trying to make sense of what he was hearing, but the forest refused to stay quiet. Hours later, around 4 a.m., footsteps returned. Crunching leaves and breaking twigs signaled something, or someone, moving just outside his car. Then came the glowing eyes again, now even closer than before. At that point, Franco knew it was time to go.
And I started hearing crunching sounds. And I thought it was right next to my window. But I hear footsteps again coming from the forest. Listen. I got footsteps. Coming from the forest.
He jumped into his car, locked the doors, and drove away from the area. Shaken but safe. Whatever had stalked him through the night didn't stop when he changed locations. It had followed him. Franco would later say this was one of the most terrifying nights of his life. Whether or not the legends of skinwalkers are real, one thing is certain. Something strange and dangerous lives in those woods, and it was watching him every step of the way. Number 11. This unsettling encounter comes from the YouTube channel Dee's Dark Adventures, where the creator explores haunted and mysterious places in search of evidence of the unknown. In this video, Dee wasn't even planning to film anything. She was simply enjoying a vacation in Ohio and decided to take her 2 dogs for a peaceful walk through the forest. But what started as a relaxing afternoon quickly turned into a deeply unsettling experience. It was June 29th, 2024, and the weather was perfect for a stroll. As Dee ventured deeper into the woods with her dogs, she noticed their behavior suddenly shift. They became unusually alert and tense, as if they sensed something nearby. At first, she tried to brush it off, thinking it might just be a deer or some wildlife. But as the minutes passed, the strange sounds began.
Hello? Hi, I just heard a footstep.
Maybe a branch fell or something, I don't know. Hello? Can't hear that, no. Don't you do it. What you got? No. Leave it. I said leave it. Come here. Samara. Samara. Come. Here. Good girl. Good job. Let's get a treat. Good. You did a good job. You did a good job. Now let me get you one. I don't see a deer over there or anything. What'd you see, huh? You can't go chasing after them, okay? Oops. Or not. Maybe it's the knock. Get off me. Maybe it's the knocks. No, it's coming through here.
Faint footsteps, branches snapping, and the unmistakable sound of movement just out of sight filled the air. The deeper she went, the more intense the sensation became.
But it's not like that. It's 2 steps. They haven't latched onto anything at the moment, so she's just walking around. So maybe we'll just keep going.
Her dog started reacting to something she couldn't see, staring off into the distance or pulling in different directions. It was as if they were trying to lead her away from something.
Do you not like my toy? Girls, stay close. Mia, I don't know where you're going. You never go that far. Stay close. Hello? My dogs won't harm you. There's the rock clacking. Clack, 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 clack. I'm gonna find my way to the trail. I'm getting out. Come on, girls, stay close to me. Come on. Good girl. Good girls.
The eerie forest, once quiet and peaceful, now felt heavy and alive with unseen activity. Dee tried to stay calm, but the constant sound of rustling leaves and knocking noises grew impossible to ignore. At one point, she heard what sounded like deliberate footsteps following her, keeping a steady pace.
All right, Mom, you got your water puddle, honey. So right there, I don't know if you can see that little plot, but it goes in there. There's a pond there. And then, oh, we got stork. Girls, come. No, Samara, leave the bird alone. She's a water dog. Come on. Oh, you guys are kicking up some stank. Oh, God, you got to get in my truck.
She tried to reassure herself it was just her imagination, but the feeling of being watched wouldn't go away. She attempted to find her way back to the trail, but even then, strange movements and flickers in the trees kept catching her eye. As she neared the exit, something in the distance caught her attention. What appeared to be glowing eyes staring back at her from the trees. Later, when Dee reviewed the footage she had recorded during the walk, she claimed to spot several figures standing still between the trees, almost invisible among the shadows. It wasn't clear at the time what she had captured, but the footage suggested something, or someone, had been watching her the entire time. Though she made it back to her car safely, the fear stayed with her. Number 12. This chilling footage was captured by the fearless adventurer behind the YouTube channel M.A. Journey, a man known for taking on extreme challenges and thriving in the harshest environments. From snowy hikes to solo survival missions, he documents it all. In this particular video, he takes wild camping to a whole new level, deep in the remote wilderness of Alaska. It was April 1st, 2025. Far from any signs of civilization, he had set up camp in the middle of the forest, surrounded by nothing but snow-covered trees and silence. Everything seemed calm until he spotted movement in the distance. A pack of wolves had appeared and was slowly making its way toward him, growing more confident by the minute. With no shelter and no time to spare, He quickly scanned his surroundings and spotted an old wooden tree platform, abandoned, worn down, but still standing. He wasted no time climbing the narrow steps to safety. The platform, surprisingly high and sturdier than expected, became his only hope for making it through the night. He set up a sleeping space right there. It wasn't much, but it was enough to stay out of reach from the wolves below. The night was long and intense. The wind roared through the trees and the wolves lingered nearby, their howls echoing in the dark. He stayed alert, knowing that one wrong step could mean disaster. But somehow, through the cold, creaking wood and heavy darkness, he made it through. When the first light of dawn broke over the treetops, he cautiously climbed down the rickety structure and continued his journey. What began as a simple solo trip turned into a test of instinct and endurance. Number 13. This next encounter comes from Crazy Quetty, a YouTuber from Nebraska known for his peaceful truck camping videos, often set against the backdrop of harsh weather and remote wilderness. But this time, he decided to step away from his usual routine and attempt something completely different, spending a night inside a long-abandoned farmhouse deep in the countryside.
It's been abandoned for a while, as you can see. The sun's just starting to go down. Probably got an hour of light left. There's a couple other buildings out here that are falling over. One there too. Check that out. There's an old windmill tower. I was kind of hoping to stay on a covered porch, but the one in front looks like it's collapsed.
The house, built in the 1920s and left untouched since the 1980s, was in a serious state of decay.
My pack is junk. Oh. It goes down to the basement or it goes up. This house was built in like 1925 and it hasn't been occupied since sometime in the 1980s. So it's been empty, I think, as long as I've been alive. We're roughly there. And the closet under the stairs. Well, at least I know there's no people under that set of steps. Little elevated closet there, it looks like. What is that? An old Christmas decoration. Well, do we risk walking up the steps?
With collapsing porches, overgrown surroundings, and dusty, cluttered rooms, it was the perfect setting for something eerie. As daylight faded, he began exploring the house, noting its creaking floors and forgotten corners.
Light left, yeah. Courage in a can, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm already hearing things. Birds. I would be probably nervous all night.
Eventually, he made his way downstairs to set up his sleeping area before nightfall. As darkness took over, strange sounds began echoing through the house. Something, or someone, seemed to be moving around on the floor above him.
There's definitely something up there. Get! I can hear it walking around, whatever it is. Probably a raccoon. There's definitely something upstairs right now. I haven't even cooked dinner yet, and once I do dinner, I'll have to bag that up. Bag up my leftovers or my food bag, and I'm gonna toss that outside as far as I can. Got our bear spray. I don't have to spray anything, but
Footsteps, dragging noises, and creaks that didn't match the pattern of old wood settling. He stayed calm, trying to convince himself it might be a small animal like a raccoon. Still, the sounds were heavy, deliberate, too loud for a rodent, and too irregular to be just the wind. Prepared for any situation, he kept his gear nearby and tried to remain alert, even as the unsettling noises continued. At one point, a small mouse darted by, but it was clear that the earlier sounds had come from something much larger. Whatever was upstairs, it wasn't making its presence subtle. Though the night passed without any direct confrontation, the experience raised more questions than answers. Number 14. This chilling encounter was captured by Carl, the creator behind the YouTube channel Welcome to the Woods UK. Known for his peaceful solo camping trips, Carl usually finds comfort in nature's silence. But on July 6, 2024, that silence was broken in a way that left him deeply unsettled. Carl was out in the forest to check on a set of trail cameras he'd left behind after a recent storm. Everything seemed calm until he came across a large boot print deeply embedded in the mud, one that didn't match his own footwear.
This boot print doesn't match my boot print. It does look fairly old, but it is very strange and it's quite big. So it's definitely a man or someone that wears a very, very big shoe. I'll just spin you around to show you it. Look at that. That's massive. My BK2 next to it. It's just slightly larger than my BK2. Oh, I only tripped myself out there. It looks like a toe as well.
The print was wide, long, and clearly made by someone or something much larger. It appeared aged, but its presence raised immediate concern. To monitor the area more closely, Carl retrieved a live camera he had previously set up in another part of the forest. He repositioned it near the strange print and activated remote access, giving him the ability to monitor the woods, even from home. As dusk fell, he set up camp, hoping for a peaceful night. But the quiet didn't last.
Morning. I don't know if you'll be able to hear, but there's definitely someone out there. For fuck's sakes. 2 seconds. Hello? I'll be honest with you, I feel like going.
In the middle of the night, Carl heard something moving just outside his tent. Then a horrifying scream echoed through the darkness. Loud, painful, and human-like, yet not quite. With his nerves on edge, Carl grabbed his flashlight and stepped into the night, scanning the trees. There was no one in sight, but the sense of being watched was overwhelming. Deciding it wasn't worth the risk, He quickly packed up and left the area. Later, while reviewing footage from his trail camera, Carl saw something unexpected. Around 4:12 a.m., the camera picked up a tall, shadowy figure in the distance. It appeared to be reaching upward, pushing or pulling at branches in an oddly purposeful way. The shape was large, hairy, and moved with a strange, unnatural rhythm. A few moments later, 2 more images captured it, slowly vanishing into the trees. The figure was never identified. Whether it was a person, an animal, or something else entirely remains unknown. But one thing is certain. Whatever was out there in those woods was no ordinary presence. Number 15. On February 10th, 2012, deep within the snow-laden forests of Finland, a group of hikers embarked on what was meant to be a peaceful winter adventure. The landscape was calm, blanketed in silence, with only the sound of footsteps crunching through ice. But as they followed a narrow trail through the remote wilderness, something happened that none of them could have expected.
Mistä vitusta tää tulee?
Out of nowhere, an eerie noise cut through the stillness. It wasn't the cry of an animal or the wind moving through trees. It was coming from above, a metallic, droning hum that echoed across the treetops like some kind of mechanical roar. The sound was loud, unnatural, and unrelenting. For 10 full minutes, it hovered over the forest, resonating through the cold air and leaving the hikers frozen in place. They managed to capture the moment on camera, but despite the recording, no clear explanation has ever emerged. The hikers eventually made it back safely, but the experience stayed with them, unsettling, unexplained, and unforgettable. Was it a secret military test, a weather phenomenon, or something far stranger? Whatever it was, the sound left no physical trace, only a recording and a mystery that remains unsolved to this day.
Episode from the Sacred Ground series, Adventurous Couple. Stricken Fran set out on another multi-day survival challenge on a remote island, something they've done many times before. But this trip takes an unexpected and chilling turn when Fran stumbles upon something that stops her in her tracks.
My heart is pumping. You wouldn't believe what I just spotted. Oh my god, it's right there. Wow, this is crazy. I've never seen anything like that before, and it's very confronting. Let's go get Jack. And Jack is all the way on the other side of the beach. It's hot water.
Just heard Fran cooing down the beach. I thought she was in real stride, but she's running this way. I think she seems to be alright. What the hell? I haven't heard a yell like that before. I wonder what the hell happened.
Oh man, nothing can really prepare you for that. We were not expecting to find anything like this. This is crazy. This is more bones here. It's a pile of bones. I was checking out that wasp's nest, and below it is a whole stack of human bones. We might have stumbled across
a burial site.
Yeah, something quite sacred here, like a sacred burial site. We were hoping at best to find like some Aboriginal cave paintings that we could show our respect to, but we never expected to see.
A pile of what appear to be human bones hidden beneath a wasp nest. Racing back to Alert Strick, the couple investigates further and realizes they may have accidentally discovered an ancient burial site. Surrounded by discarded shells, possibly remnants of Aboriginal feasts, the cave seems to have once been a place of both celebration and final rest. The discovery rattles both of them, turning what was supposed to be a routine survival challenge into something deeply unsettling. Rather than risk disturbing what could be a sacred location, Strick and Fran make the difficult decision to leave the area out of respect. The encounter raises questions about how to handle such discoveries in the wild. Do you report it, investigate further, or walk away? Their reaction was cautious and respectful, but what would you do in their place?